Have you heard this Bible verse? You do not have because you do not ask. That is from the book of James, chapter 4, verse 2. It says, you desire and do not have, so you kill, and you covet and cannot obtain. So you fight and wage war. You do not have because you do not ask. And then verse 3 says, you ask and do not receive because you ask wrongly to spend it on your passions. This is an important verse because there's a man on the internet, he's a pastor, and he asked his congregation and whoever else is a member around the world to donate $2,100 in 21 days so that he can accumulate $4 million and help build or repair his church. I've seen so many videos responding to him and saying, how could he ask people for money during such a time as this? Or why is the pastor asking for this? Why is this? Why is this? And I find it comical because when people are asking, what they are doing is exercising their faith. I find it comical because they're not saying, wow, I wish I could donate. I wish I could be as brave. I wish I could have as much faith. They're mocking him. And that just tells me your faith is so small that you don't think that it's possible for him to get $4 million. I've said it time and time again that God uses people. So when you pray, when you ask God, God is going to use people who are willing and able. Now, if you're not willing and you're not able, God is not going to put it on your heart to donate $2,100. If you don't like the person, God is not going to tell you to donate. If you don't have it, God is not going to ask you to donate. And so you have to remember, if he's brave enough to ask for $4 million, then you should be willing to do the same. Whatever you want, whatever you need right now already exists. There's nothing that needs to be created. It already exists. Whatever you're asking for already exists, and it may be in the hands of someone else. And so when you ask God and you say, Lord, I really want this promotion, somebody already had that job. That job is sitting right there. So what you're saying, Lord, how do I get that promotion? How do I get that $4 million? How do I do it so that way I can do X, Y, Z with it? And this is the key thing. It says you ask to spend it on your passion. So you have to make sure you're asking God for the right reasons. What are you going to do with that $4 million? He said it. He said he wants to use it so that he can rebuild the church or build the church, whatever it is. He has clear desires as to what he wants to do with it. So when you're asking God and say, Lord, how do I get $4 million? What are you going to do with it? So you can buy clothes to look good, to be flashy? Or no, you say, Lord, I need $4 million so that way when opportunities like this, so I can tie to churches. There's a pastor, he's in Charlotte, North Carolina. And he has his church there, and him and his wife, they're great people. I love watching them online. And he said in one of his sermons, someone donated $1 million to the church. Donated $1 million. Don't you want to be that kind of person and say, Lord, I want $4 million so that way when I find a church that I love, I can sow seeds like that into it. I can bless this family. I can bless this business. I can bless people. Lord, give me $4 million. Show me how I can get $4 million so that I can do what you've called me to do to glorify you. When you're sitting there, you're being selfish, you're only thinking about yourself. That's why you don't have it. That's why you don't have what you want, because you're being selfish. You're only considering yourself. He's asking for $4 million and people are mocking him or ridiculing him. You are mocking someone who should be a light to you, an example to you of how good God can be. Use him as an example to strengthen your faith. If God can do it for him, God will do it for me. If God will do it for her, God will do it for me. When people are asking for anything, and it's for a righteous reason, not because of their passions or their desires, you should be clapping for them because you want to see what God will do in their life. I want to see how God is going to turn this. I believe in God that much that I want to see how God is going to turn this around. Do not get on that bandwagon and mocking him and ridiculing him. Applaud him. Now, can I donate? By the grace of God, I can, but it's not been something that was on my heart to do. But I can. I just choose not to. You want to be one of those people who can. Who can. So start asking for big things. Ask God for favor. Do not mock or ridicule anyone who is stepping out on faith, asking for their fair share. You should be doing the same. Thanks for watching. Bye.